Alright, welcome back to Keep It Gutter Radio. We're here another day, another banger. You know what it is. We're focusing our mind. We're deciding it's going to be a banger. And that's how it is. That's the reality we're going into because this is how we're living. You got to decide every moment. It's going to be great. It's going to be the best. If you didn't do that, like why would you not do that? Like the Future song, How Could I Not? It's a great song. How could I not? How could I not? How could you not? How could you not make a banger? Right? You could make a piece of garbage or you can make a banger. So you should just get your mind right, get it focused, use the proper procedure, and use the correct creation cycle. You know, these are all tools I've developed to help you get out of your head and get in the zone. And the 8-step infinite inspiration guide, right? I got everything mapped out for you. So you don't need to be stuck anymore. You don't need to be afraid to drop your songs. You don't need to be blocked in the middle of your tracks, right? You got to just flow with it. You got to move with it. It's about moving with speed and not hesitating. If you hesitate, that signals fear and doubt. And those are not conducive to creative energy. Those are not conducive to making progress and making advancements to your goals and where you want to be as an artist, as a music producer. Right? We want to make bangers. We want to work with artists that we like. We want to really share our gift with the world. And we're not going to do that by thinking about it. We're going to do that by decisive action. We're going to do that by deciding it's a banger, right? And then going and making the banger. And how do we do that without doubt? Well, I talk about it many times. I'm going to keep talking about it again. You got to work fast. You don't have all day. We don't have all day. We have limited time all the time. All the time is limited time. So you got to condense time and really become the master of it. You have to decide how you're going to use your time. You have to decide what you're going to put into each moment. Especially creatively. You've got to go. Bam, bam, bam. And today I want to talk also about the expectations of the artist. Yourself, the artist, what are your expectations when working on your project, when working on songs? How do you think it's going to come out? All this stuff, because this is very important. And over the course of my career, over 22 years, I've seen many artists have incorrect expectations because they received incorrect information, either from others or they just made it up themselves. Including myself when I was younger, getting incorrect information from others and then making up incorrect information and believing that. So this is a huge problem. And if you don't address this, you may be completely blocked, right? And you might even quit. Seen so many artists quit because they have incorrect information and they're not following the proper procedure, right? And what's the proper procedure? You know, you're a scientist. You have a hypothesis, but you have to go out and you got to put it in the ground. You got to experiment. You got to actually put the liquids together. You got to actually make the beats, songs. This is where the correct creation cycle comes in, right? You create it and you release it. You use the same energy that you created it to release it, right? Creativity is everywhere. Creativity is in anything. So you have to use it in the full process, and you have to use it within the time period that you receive the information. When you receive inspiration, that is information, right? And that's information that someone else needs, and your instructions are to put it out because someone else needs it. Now, if you're greedy and you are selfish, you will hold that in. And a lot of you are probably unknowingly greedy and selfish about it, and you hold it in and you wait too long to release it, or you don't release it at all, and then you wonder why you're not clear anymore. You get into creative blocks. It's because you're holding the information that Source has given to you, the Spirit has given to you, that you're supposed to then bring out to the people because, you know, you've spent your life devoted to being a music producer, to being an artist. So your job, your mission is to put it out. But if you don't do your job, you get fired, right? You get fired, and the punishment is not being able to move forward creatively, right? So I'm here to clarify this. Like, this is a revelation I've had for many, many years, going through many, many projects with many, many super, super talented artists, but so many projects that never came out. and so much hesitation and so many blockages, right? So many bangers that could have been hits but never went anywhere because of this one thing. Not understanding this concept is so important. The correct creation cycle. There is a time limit to your creativity. You are opening that door and it's coming in. One of my guitar teachers, Lem Roby, told me inspiration is like a door in the sky, and it opens up, and it's only open for that certain amount of time, and you got to gather everything while it's open because it's going to close, and you do not have control over that, but you do know it's going to close quickly, so you got to work fast. Like I said the other day, working fast is also great because you don't think about it. It doesn't give you the luxury to think about it. If you have to work fast, it's going to come from an authentic place. And then like anything, you practice that again and again and again and again. Then you master that craft and you master that speed. So you master the feeling and you don't master thinking about it. Right? A lot of people think they've mastered. They think they put in 10,000 hours because they've studied it or they've put in the hours. But if you put the hours in with your brain, it really doesn't even count. Right? You got to put the hours in with your heart, with your body. It's got to be in your body. You got to harness the swag. You got to hold that swag. Or else it's useless. It's useless information. Music, art doesn't come from your brain. It doesn't come from a book. It comes from actual practice and harnessing it, and you learn it from someone else who's mastered it. I've had the fortune to have amazing music mentors my entire life who've been able to transmit this energy and this information to me, right? And it's not like I didn't have to work for it. I had to put in tons of hours of practice and tons of beats, tons of mixing, and focus mindset, right? It's like all of it. It's like all of it you got to do. But it's transmitted person to person, right? And I want to help you get in this flow, get in the zone. Out of your head, into the zone, hitting your goals, really living how you want to live, living your life like a work of art. That's what this is about. Live your life like a work of art. So the expectations, what are your expectations? You think it's going to, you're going to put it here and it's going to go like this and it's going to go out here and here. First of all, you got to be flexible with your expectations. You got to have your goals in mind, right? You got to have your goal. Like you're going to be the best. You're going to be great. You're going to be on this tour. You're going to work with this artist, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have that. You got to have that clear, big, grand vision. But how it's going to happen, you need to be extremely flexible. If you're not flexible, you will fail. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. You got to be flexible in this aspect. And you got to understand the subtleties. And you got to remain focused. It's like you're sailing a ship. And you're focused on a goal of where you want to get. But there's waves and there's rocks and there's stuff under the water that you're not aware of. So you're with someone who's an expert helping you, guide you, and navigate through. You have a compass. Your compass is like your intuition. And then your guides on the ship are also like your intuition. And your teachers showing you, one of them being me, showing you like where you can go to not hit a rock, where you can go to not get sucked into a vortex. And it may seem like it's not the fastest route, but trust me, this is the fastest route. Because if you just tried to go straight and you were too rigid, your ship will sink because of rocks that you're unaware of. So stay focused on your goal, but be aware that you don't know how it's going to happen. You have no idea. It's going to happen, but you don't know how. It's going to happen in a way that's way beyond your mind, because your mind is limited. Right? Your human mind is limited. It's limited by this lifetime's experience and where you grew up and all this stuff. It's pretty small sliver. So you have to let go and you have to be open, and then you'll be pleasantly surprised. Right? And when you're pleasantly surprised, it's great. You still need to be focused. You still need to do your work. You still need to confront obstacles. But be flexible. And lower your not lower your expectations, but like move your expectations. If you're like, this song comes out, it has to go platinum within 2 weeks, then it doesn't go platinum, and then you get depressed, right? It needs like, I need to get 800 followers because of this one song. You get 2 followers, you get depressed. Those are like incorrect expectations. Don't have incorrect expectations. Have your expectations like just gratitude, just grateful for whatever happens. You know, grateful for every person who listens to your track, grateful for everyone who moves it forward a little bit. And you need to put on the work on like, how can I promote it more creatively? People are done with the era. I mean, I don't think anyone was even ever in the era of like, just check out my music, DM music, email music. No one cares, you know, so much music is overload, over information. People want to know who you are. And if it's a banger, it's a banger. It's going to spread like wildfire. So we're focused on making bangers here. So, you know, this is, I think these are the main points I want to talk about. I wrote out a whole thing. I tried to do it. It was way too rigid. It was shit. It's garbage. And then I kind of just internalized everything that I wrote and then just flowed. And then if you go back to the beginning of the video, I'm like lining it up energetically, saying it's going to be a banger. It's going to be great. So it's there. And it's like step, 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 step. It's like you're building a bridge as you're building a bridge with your attitude as you're walking on it. Then you're walking on it. That's how life is too. That's how your goals are too. You got to put horse blinders on and you got to focus on what you want. And you got to go there. And it's not going to happen how you think it's going to happen, but you need to always take action. You can't just think about it. You think about it, you're going backwards. You need to move forward step by step by step. Move forward. Do something. It's going to move the pieces that you're unaware of. You know, you're not going to blow up overnight. And that's okay. You don't want to blow up overnight. Anyone who's blown up overnight, they get out of the picture quickly too. They don't really create lasting works because they haven't built the foundation. It's difficult. Right? Being an artist who leaves a legacy, you got to build momentum. And you want to start slow. You don't want to start fast. If a plane goes from 0 to 100 fast, the engine will blow up. You don't want that. You want to go steady, steady, slow. Steady, 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 steady. Up, 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 up. Understanding everything, seeing everything. Moving up, 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 up. Be grateful. Gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. Onlybangers.life. Make sure to download the 8-step infinite inspiration guide. And if you need help getting out of your head in the zone and you want support with that, and I can help guide you through that, sign up for the OBL membership, How to Make a Banger University. I've helped tons of artists, many who are in 2, 3, 4 year blocks, haven't released any music, released music last month, and releasing music this month. We're releasing songs every single month. We're practicing putting into action the correct creation cycle so that we can really master the flow, master the energy of creativity. And as a result of that, you make a banger. As a result of that, you create eternally lasting works of art. You make connecting works of art. You become a magnet. Your music becomes a magnet and people are drawn to it. Right? So, hope you have a great day. Peace.